course, my first finger is here. Second fret on the 5th string. I'm adding the pinky on. Well, some people do use the pinky. I think they have small hands or short fat type of fingers. Because I would never use the pinky. And especially say that, we're playing in the key of V, but say you're playing your A minor pentatonic scale, for example, and you're going all square with the pinky. No, eventually you're going to want to do this. Why? Because bending, string bending, leverage is everything with the blues. But if you have smaller hands, you could start with the pinky. Hammer on 3 and 4 on the thick string. Now, there's several things you could do here. What I think to do is either play the D string or the G string. You could really do either. You can be a little loose with that. Show you. Right there. The up strum, that's the D string. And I'm making kind of making an A chord really in my mind. Another strum. Now I'm really making the A chord because I'm strumming the middle strings, 2 strings. And then there's a hammer on. See, I went back to this E. That was the tricky part for me at the beginning when I started learning this like a week ago or something. Because now you're jumping all around, and I've played these techniques like the back of my hand. I hadn't put it together quite like this. And I was doing a hammer on the G string, but I'm obviously I'm not playing this finger style, so or with the thumb pick. So that's different as well. You're very precise with the pick. I gotta be more careful though. The other night, literally the guitar almost fell over. And I've been playing this guitar for years. This is my first one. And I was sitting there, I said, when I was doing that live stream, I almost just flopped over. Because I got no space. I'm about to start putting a strap to sit. Go back to square one, folks. All right, ready? Notice you don't hear this. Okay, so that's the weird timing part. Because if you had the metronome going, it would not be that straightforward. Even your standard shuffle is not straightforward if you try to break it down rhythmically and just take the idea and say, how does this fall into... It's not a science in that way. Even musically speaking, it's more of a percentage. If you tried to break it down, it's about feeling, and that's how people learn. That's how the legends like Clapton and so on, people who I like, and how I've taken a big part in learning. Playing along with records, and then you make mistakes. And then these little mistakes turn out to be your playing in interesting ways, because no one ever got famous or people paying attention to them by being a direct copy. They were influenced, but you can't say Tony Iommi was a direct copy of anybody. Angus Young is not a direct copy of anybody in that way. We all have influences. And it's important to think about it that way. To come up with a style eventually. So I'll slow down. You can check out the next part, but it might not be for beginners.